Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Ahmad Firdaus bin Ahmad Razi, and today I would like to introduce my group member names. First, Nur Yusmalina, Nurul Umi Nadira, Nurul Husna, Siti Nur Aisyah, Nur Erina Zatul Ain, Anis Atira, Aida Akila, Alia Fatina, and lastly, Kabir Hasif. We are students for University Malaysia Kelantan, and we kindly have a requirement on exploring and find out more about the element of food culture and heritage in Brunei Country. Now let's meet our team member first before going explore more on our vlog.
I would like to share about the historical overview of Brunei. Okay, Brunei Darussalam is a country located on the north coast of the island of Borneo in Southeast Asia. Apart from its South China Sea coast, it is completely surrounded by the Malaysia state of Sarawak. It is separated into two parts by the Sarawak district of Lembang. Brunei is the only sovereign state entirely on Borneo. The remainder of the island is divided between Malaysia and Indonesia. Brunei is the one of Islamic country on the northern coast of the island of Borneo in Southeast Asia. Among the worldview available in the country of Brunei, the first is the belief of Brunei, which is we know that Brunei is an Islamic country, but the population is predominantly Sunni Muslim. Besides that, Brunei is strongly influenced by Malay cultures and the Islam. The culture of Brunei have an indigenous group such as Mendurut, Dusun, and Kedayan. Brunei, they use a Brunei Malay and English as the commonly language spoken. For the Chinese, they use dialects such as Hokkien are commonly spoken in the Chinese community. So that is a few of worldview of Brunei I can share here.
Next is ingredients and common food. Speaking of Brunei's food, should many be curious about the dense and often used recipe by the people of Brunei. In Brunei, they prefer to use simple ingredients in their cuisine. For example, they use less herb, sugar, and coconut milk in daily cooking. In contrast to other communities who prefer to use hundreds of pieces in each cuisine produce. However, there are also used ingredients that will be overstayed in the cuisine they produce. For example, one of the ingredients that is often included more in their cooking is like onions. Bruneians prefer to use materials that are easily available or self-produced such as asam glugur. These ingredients will give a more delicious taste even if only an easy cuisine. Today I will present about meal composition and cycle, the daily pattern of people in Brunei. For the breakfast, they usually eat nasi katuk, which is rice with fried chicken and sambal that only costs $1. For lunch, they also eat rice with dishes that can be changed every day, such as bamboo chicken, salad udang Brunei or daging belutak goreng. And for high tea, there are popular dishes such as pulut panggang. Pulut panggang is a sticky rice with coconut milk, filling with savory fish. And for dinner, they usually eat together with meals such as ambuyat. Ambuyat is a specialty of Brunei that made from sagu porridge, eat with some side dishes such as fried kangkong, tempoyak, and many more. That's all.
Next, we move to the rule of food and etiquette. Brunei food etiquette is not different from Malaysian etiquette, where first they will wash the hand before and after eat a dish. They will use a right hand and use their finger to eat. They do not use left hand because it is considered unclean. After that, they will read Dua. This is for Muslim people, and it should always begin with a simple basmalah before they eat. Next, The elders will sit first, and the rest need to wait them starting eating first. As you can see here on this picture, they also may serve cutlery like fork, spoon, chandas, and chopstick for eat soup, ambuyak, noodles, and more.
In Brunei, there is several cooking method they are used, which is the first one is salted or menumis, which is involve heating paste, chili or spices in the wok over relatively high heat before adding them to the major components like as vegetable, fish or meat. It's an example of Brunei culinary terminology for dry heat method. In Brunei, there is several cooking method they are used, which is the first one is salted or menumis, which involve heating paste, chili or spices in the wok over relatively high heat before adding them to the major components like vegetable, fish or meat. Second method is menanak. Menanak is a name used in Brunei for cooking procedure that use moist heat. Menanak is putting rice in a saucepan to simmer, then there's menjerang, which involve heating water in a kettle. Next method is a grill. Grilling is a form of cooking that involves dry heat applied to the surface of food, commonly from above, below or from the side. Grilling usually involves a significant amount of direct radiant heat and tends to be used for cooking the pulut and the meat. The fourth one is the menyangai. Menyangai with dry fried spices, peanut or shredded coconut are also available. Menyangai is a method of frying in a tiny pan or wok at low heat without using oil or fat. Next, Melayu refers to passing anything over a fire to utilize banana leaf as a meal wrapper. The banana leaf are heated until they are dark green to soften them so that they do not shatter when folded. And the last method is meracik. Meracik and memayang are cutting processes that essentially translate to thinly sliced. Brunei society has a diverse, extensive and valuable cuisine that is placed on top of the rice before it is wrapped. This strategy is practical since the shipment seems nice and tidy.
Okay, next, the typical menu in Brunei. The typical menu in Brunei also include rice, noodle, bread, gravy and traditional food. For rice, typical menu they also have nasi lemak, nasi katok and nasi goreng Pulau Brunei, but just different taste and for the certain occasion only. After that, typical menu for gravy in Brunei is pajeri nenas, soto Brunei and daging kunyit. Pajeri nenas in Brunei, they put a little bit coconut milk and are very famous in Brunei. That's why taste of pajeri nenas Brunei different with Malaysia. Then mi goreng Brunei and mi Jawa Brunei is also typical menu for noodles. Mi Jawa Brunei doesn't have a much different with in Malaysia. Only the gravy for mi Jawa Brunei is very spicy and mixed with lada rindu. Roti canai and honey garlic chicken pizza is typical menu for bread. Honey garlic typical menu for bread is quite famous in Brunei. Murtabak in Brunei is totally different in Malaysia, which murtabak Brunei is just empty and eaten with gravy. Last but not least is traditional food. Typical menu for traditional food in Brunei is kelupis, kuih cincin and kuih lenggang.
So next, I will present about the contemporary food habit. In Brunei, there is increased risk of obesity, chronic disease among small but increasingly wealthy people who have adopted some of eating habits of the industrial world. For example, the Brunei Dietary Habits Guidelines introduced by the government Brunei in 2005 make recommendation for part of the population they link with eating such as those caused by iodine and vitamin deficiencies for people in some remote areas where they are available for the short bursts, as well as for urban residents facing lifestyle change, dietary access and increasing rate of chronic disease. The Food Guide Pagoda, a graphic display aimed at helping Bruneians practice dietary recommendation released on their traditional rice, which is
Nutritional status defined as an individual's health condition as it is influenced by the intake and utilization of nutrients. All of these menu have its own benefits and nutrients. In nasi katuk contains vitamins B1, B2, B3, B6, protein, iron, selenium, manganese, and magnesium. These have good protein content and it can help our body, which is heart health, help lose weight, increase bone strength, and increase testosterone hormones. In Pulut Panggang, it have coconut that is a source of several vitamin and minerals that are good for the body, and its nutrient contains carbohydrate, fats, protein, calcium, and others. Besides, soto has fresh herb that everyone usually has their own unique touch and flavors to enjoy in this heartwarming bowl. Nutrient inflow in way more to nourish the human body with various benefits. It is used in a variety of food dish, help contribute to the formation of new cells in body, contributes to weight loss when used. Kek tapak kuda contains a lot of benefits such as carbohydrate, protein, and others. This cake also have many types of flavors that can choose by customer itself.
For conclusion, our blog share about Bruneian cuisine concern the cuisine of Brunei. It is similar to and heavily influenced by the cuisine of neighboring Malaysia, Singapore, and Indonesia, with additionally influenced from India, China, Thailand, and Japan. As is common in the region, fish and rice are staple food, though beef is expensive and thus less common. Due to the predominance of the Islamic religion, the food is halal. Alcohol is also banned in Brunei. Brunei is such a great country. We are very happy to choose Brunei to complete our assignment. With this, we can learn more about the beauty and uniqueness of Brunei in terms of food and more. Thank you for watching our food blog presentation. Have a nice day.